multimillionaire for media arts. Today we'll be interviewing multiple people from the school about the careers from Career Day. Enjoy. Do you want to be a teacher?
I wanted to be a teacher because it was sad when I was watching television and 7th and 8th graders didn't know how to read, and I thought I can help them.
How many years have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for 12 years.
How many years have you been teaching at this school?
Since it opened. I'm an, what's it called, an OG?
Yeah,
I'm an OG.
What college did you go to get your education?
Ohio State. Woo, go Buckeyes.
Thank you.
I decided I want to be a teacher when I was in high school, and I had a teacher tell me the reason he became a teacher. He had us write a writing assignment about it, and I decided that it was so inspirational and I wanted to change lives the way that he changed our lives.
How many years have you been teaching?
I've been teaching in Horry County for 4 years.
How many years have you been teaching at this school?
I've been teaching at the school for 3.
What college did you go to get your education?
I went to Coastal, Shansa, and got my education there.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you
Be
guys.
a teacher.
I always, from the time I was a little girl, that's all I ever wanted to be. So I don't know what made me want to be a teacher, but that's what I did.
How many years have you been teaching?
Can we just say over 30? Okay, over 30.
How many years have you been teaching at 10 Oaks?
2.
What college did you go to for your education?
I went to Marshall University, home of the Thundering Herd, and I believe me, I'm very happy to. And I love my job, and I love telling things.
Thank you. How long have you been teaching at 10 Oaks School?
I've been teaching here since it opened, which I think is 7 years.
When did you start teaching?
Yeah. I wanted to be a nurse, and that didn't work out, so I went back to school to get a teaching degree.
How long have you been teaching for?
19 years.
And what college did you go to?
I went to Coastal, which is now Coastal Carolina, but when I started it was University of South Carolina.
What made you decide you wanted to be a teacher?
My 3rd grade teacher, Miss Perillo, was so awesome. I always wanted to work with kids.
Wonderful. How many years have you been teaching?
On and off, 30, 31.
What college did you go to?
My undergrad is from Coastal, and then I got my master's degree in education at the College of Charleston.
How many years have you been teaching at 10 Oaks?
Since we opened, is this year 7?
I think that's
6. 6.
Okay, thank you. Teacher.
Well, I've always loved the impact that teachers had in my life, and I also love knowing that there's students that have like an aha moment when they learn something. So to me, that's why I've always loved teaching.
How many years have you been teaching?
This is my 15th year.
What made you, what college did you go to get your education?
Sure, I went to Winthrop University in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
How many years have you been 10 Oaks?
I have been at 10 Oaks. This is my 3rd year.
What made you want to be a teacher?
Okay, so I wanted to be a teacher because growing up, my mom was an amazing teacher, even though she didn't work in a public school, but I just liked the way that she worked with other kids, and I learned a lot from her, so it made me want to be a teacher as well.
How many years have you been teaching?
This is my 26th year as a teacher.
How many years have you been teaching at 10 Oaks Middle?
This is year 7 at 10 Oaks Middle.
What college did you go to get your education?
I first went to West Virginia University to get my bachelor's degree in secondary education. I have a specialization in science and health education. And then I went to Coastal Carolina to get my master's in instructional technology.
What made you decide to start teaching?
Well, I've always liked children, so I just wanted to teach and work with kids.
How many years have you been teaching?
This is my 12th year teaching.
What college did you go to?
Coastal Carolina. Loved it.
Question. How long have you been at 10 Oaks?
I've been at 10 Oaks since the school opened.
Do you have any other questions? Start teaching.
It's the best skill to be able to tell people what to do. I'm a bossy person and I love telling people what to do.
Fun. How many years have you been teaching?
This is my 19th year, so 18 years.
What college did you go to get this education?
Winthrop University for my bachelor's, Columbia College for master's.
How many years have you been teaching at 10 Oaks Middle School?
This is my 3rd year, 1st year in 6th grade though. Yeah, thank you.
What college did you attend? I attended SUNY Portland for my bachelor's and Coastal for my master's in teaching. Why did you choose those colleges?
Portland was close to home, and Coastal I wanted to leave my home state and go on an adventure.
Where did you go to school?
I attended Kent State University in Ohio.
Why did you choose to go there?
It was far enough away from home where I could kind of get out on my own, but close enough where if I needed to drive back home, I could.
Why did you use teaching as your career?
Well, I worked other careers or jobs where I was sitting behind a computer screen all day long, and that got kind of boring. So, thought I wanted to do a job where I could give back, and kind of fell into teaching and coaching. So, that's where I kind of got into teaching.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Go.
Hello, Ten Oaks. I am Richard Walter, and today we are interviewing a teacher. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Lynn Wynn, and I teach over at Ten Oaks Middle School.
What was your favorite subject in middle school?
My favorite subject was ELA.
Okay. What did you want to be when you were in middle school?
In middle school, I wanted to be a doctor when I grew up.
Very interesting. What was your first job?
My first job was working in a nursing home. I was a waitress.
What advice would you give to someone who wanted to be in your position?
I would say you have to work with a lot of people, including adults and children. So if you help other people get what they want, they'll be able to help you get what you need to.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thanks for interviewing me.
Hello, I'm Zayda Person Vice. What? Please introduce yourself.
I'm Miss McKee. I teach special ed 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
What advice would you give to someone who wanted to be in your position?
Advice. So I would say that you have to have the passion to teach. You have to like kids. And that if this is truly what you want to do, then go for it. Get your master's if you want. And just have fun with it.
This is Lathan, and
I am Mrs. Bell.
so when did you receive your education?
So I went to the University of South Carolina in Columbia, and I graduated in 2016.
So what was your favorite subject in middle school?
My favorite subject was actually ELA. Even though I'm a social studies teacher, I always really liked English.
When did you acquire your first teaching position?
So I became a teacher in 2020, wild year to start teaching, and my first job was here at Ten Oaks Middle.
Now, what advice would you give to someone who wanted to be in your position?
I would say buckle up, because middle school is a wild ride and you never know what to expect every single day. And thank you for your time. You're welcome.
Go.
Please introduce yourself to the camera.
I'm Cameron Lentz. I teach 8th grade English.
Where did you receive your education?
I graduated with an undergrad in middle level education from Coastal Carolina University, and I got my master's degree in instructional technology, also from Coastal.
What did you want to be when you were in middle school?
I really was into like film, filmmaking, so I wanted to do something with that.
What advice would you give to somebody who wanted to be in your position?
The biggest piece of advice I'd give somebody who wants to be a middle school teacher is to be patient and be empathetic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself to the camera.
Oh, hi, I'm Miss Miller. I am an 8th grade ELA teacher at Ten Oaks Middle School.
What is your current occupation?
My current occupation is an educator.
Where did you receive your education?
I graduated with my master's in teaching from UNCC Charlotte.
What was your first job?
My very first job was a babysitter, but my very first career was as a respiratory therapist. I wasn't always a teacher, I just became a teacher.
When did you acquire your first teaching position?
My first teaching position was in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it was 16 years ago.
Hello, Ten Oaks. I'm Blake Chastain, and this is
Miss Mary Lynn Ashby.
And today I'm going to be asking you a few questions. Where did you receive your education?
I am originally from Pennsylvania. I received my undergraduate Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and my first master's degree in elementary education with a certificate as a reading specialist from Bloomsburg University in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. And then in 2014, I decided to go back and get a second master's from Coastal Carolina University, and I graduated with that in 2014.
What was your first job?
My first job, it was as a reading and math specialist in a little school called Preston Area School, way up in Preston, Pennsylvania.
How about today?
Today, I love 8th grade. I thought I'd never go above 6th grade because I love my 6th graders. 8th graders intimidated me. I thought they were not very friendly, but I've learned much differently than what I thought. They're amazing. 8th graders get your jokes. They put their name on their papers. They usually have pencils. They're still talkative. They're still friendly. I love teaching 8th grade.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr. Elvidge Murphy.
What do you teach?
I teach careers and fundamentals of computing 1, fundamentals of computing 2.
Favorite grade level you teach?
I love all of my grade levels.
How long have you been teaching this class?
I have been teaching these classes for about 5.5 years. This is my 6th year teaching with Horry County Schools.
What do you enjoy most about teaching this class?
What I enjoy most is really inspiring my students to be the best of who they can be, and most importantly, trying to be the best example that I can be.
What college did you go to?
I attended Edinburgh University. I have a bachelor's degree in economics, a bachelor's degree in business administration. I attended West Virginia University, where I have my doctorate of jurisprudence.
What Discovery teacher do you best get along with?
I get along with every Discovery teacher.
If you could switch places with the teacher for a day, who would you?
For a day, I would probably say Mr. Hammer.
What sport did you play when you were young?
When I was younger, I played baseball, I played football, basketball, and I ran track.
And who was your biggest supporter in life?
Oh, definitely my father and my mother.
Thank you. That's all. What grade level?
I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Favorite grade level you teach?
My favorite grade level is 8th grade.
How long have you been teaching this class?
I've been teaching this class for 7 years and teaching in general for 10 years.
What do you enjoy most about teaching this class?
I enjoy teaching them things that they can use later on in life.
What college did you go to?
I went to Coastal Carolina University and I'm currently going to Clemson University.
What Discovery teacher do you best get along with?
Well, it was Miss Martis, but she went to 8th grade science, so I would say it is now Miss Mundy.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Southern California.
If you could switch places with a teacher for a day,
I would switch places probably with Miss Mundy, because I used to teach ESOL and I really enjoyed it.
what sports did you play when you were young?
I played basketball and volleyball.
And who was your biggest supporter?
My biggest supporter is my husband.
Thank you.
What is your name?
Coach Kaiser.
What do you teach here?
PE.
What is your favorite grade level that you teach?
Favorite grade level, probably 7th grade.
How long have you been teaching PE?
34 years.
What's your favorite thing about teaching that?
PE, I'm in the gym all day.
What college did you go to?
I went to Winston-Salem State University in North Carolina.
Which other Discovery teacher do you best get along with?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say that.
Which other Discovery teacher do you best get along with?
All of them. Get along with everybody.
Where did you grow up?
In Pilot Mountain, North Carolina.
And if you could switch places with any teachers for a day, who would it be?
If I wanted to switch with somebody, another PE teacher.
Did you play any sports growing up?
I did. I played basketball, baseball, and football.
And who is your biggest supporter in your life?
Right now, my wife, my family.
Awesome. Okay. What is your name?
I'm Coach Johnson.
What do you teach here?
I teach health and physical education.
What is the favorite grade level that you teach?
As far as the favorite, I don't know if I really have a favorite. I've got some, I got a good 6th grade class and a good 7th grade class and a good 8th grade class. And then I got a 6th grade class that can do better and a 7th grade class that can do better. I don't have both 6th, both 7th, both 8th that are, they all are a work in progress.
Gotcha. How long have you been teaching PE?
This is my 34th year. First year here.
What do you enjoy most about teaching that?
Just the freedom, being able to have fun. It's structured, but you're not limited to, tables and chairs, and everything's pretty much hands-on and different things like that.
What college did you go to become a teacher?
I went to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
What Discovery teacher do you best get along with?
Coach Kaiser. Him and I went to high school together.
If you could switch places with any teacher for a day, who would it be?
Probably one of the science teachers, because when I first went to college, I was a pre-med student, and then I switched into education, but I took all these science classes because I had to for pre-med until I hit organic chemistry, which was not fun, not for me. But the biologies and the regular chemistries I always thought were kind of interesting, especially biology.
Where did you grow up?
Pilot Mountain, North Carolina.
And did you play any sports growing up?
Oh, I was a 3-sport athlete, yes.
What sports?
If it had a ball, I played it. Football, basketball, baseball.
Awesome. And who's your biggest supporter in life?
My parents. They, I was very fortunate. They never missed a game. They were always there, win or lose. They were always there, every sport, every game.
My name is Emily Shira. I teach English as a second language. I do not have a favorite grade level. I do 6th, 7th, and 8th, and I just really like all the grade levels.
How long have you been teaching this class?
I have been teaching this class for 2 years, and I've been teaching for 28 years.
What do you enjoy most about teaching this class?
Seeing the children feel comfortable enough to start trying to use English, and the friendships that they have. I love to watch the relationships that they have together.
What college did you go to?
I went to Winthrop University, the University of Virginia, Columbia College, and now I'm at Coastal Carolina.
What Discovery teacher do you best get along with?
Mrs. Mundy, she's my other half. I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina.
If you could switch places with a teacher for a day, who would it be?
It would be Miss Deaton or Miss Hughes. I would love to be a PE teacher.
What sport did you do when you were young?
I ran cross country, and I was a cheerleader.
And who was your biggest supporter in life?
My grandmother was my biggest supporter in life.
Okay.
Doug?
Okay, what is your name?
My name is Miss Rollins.
What do you teach?
I teach general music and chorus.
What is your favorite grade that you teach?
I enjoy all my grades for different reasons, but my favorite would be 6th grade general music, just because it is so new to them and school is still new and they love learning about music and showing me what they've learned about music.
How long have you been teaching music for?
So I've been a public school teacher for 1 year. This is my first year, but I have been teaching music for about 6 years.
And what is your favorite thing about teaching music?
My favorite thing is sharing the love of music that I have and that I've always had with my students, in the hopes that maybe they'll have a little bit of that love the same way that I do.
What college did you go to teach?
I went to the University of South Carolina.
What teacher do you get along with most? Discovery teacher?
I probably get along the best with Miss Shira because she's my next door neighbor and we're there for each other no matter what.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up here in Myrtle Beach.
And if you could switch places with any teacher from 10 Oaks for a day, which would it be?
Ooh. That's a great question. I didn't think about that one. I think I would really like to switch with Mr. Hammer, just because his classes seem so fun and exciting, and he has a lot of students and a lot of variety of different classes that he teaches.
And did you play any sports growing up?
I did. I played volleyball and I ran track.
Awesome. And who is your biggest supporter in life?
My biggest supporter has always been my mom. She started me on piano lessons when I was really young, and she's always pushed me to be the best musician I can, and she's also a middle school music teacher, and so she's the one who pushed me to become a music teacher.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much.
Awesome. Right.
Hi, Silver Foxes. It's Amelia, and today I'm here with
Mr. Valerio, I'm the 7th grade assistant principal.
and I'm going to be interviewing him for Career Day. So to start off with, where did you go to college?
I went to Mount St. Mary's, which is a small school up in Maryland.
That's really cool. What's your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of a job? It is different every day. You never know what you're going to expect going in.
If you could work somewhere else, where would you work?
If I could work somewhere else, in a school or not in a school?
That depends.
Well, in a school I like where I'm at. Everybody tells me I should have been a lawyer.
I can kind of see that. What was your dream college?
Dream college? Princeton, because I grew up right near there in New Jersey. But it's the #1 school in the country, so I'm sure that's true for everybody.
What made you choose this job?
Choose this job? Well, I started out as an English teacher, and I kind of felt like I could have a bigger impact, and kind of moved into that from an instructional coach, and this is my 5th year as an assistant principal.
That's thoughtful. What is your least favorite part of your job?
Least favorite part? Discipline.
What do you think is the most important skill to have for your job?
Ability to listen.
That is something. Do you have any advice for anyone looking for a career?
Anyone looking for a career?
Yeah.
Advice, well, I would say whatever your goal is, that you're thinking about how you can work hard, and it doesn't come easy, so the more what you put into it is what you'll get out of it.
That's sort of what my dad says.
Maybe he's right.
All right, Silver Foxes. Goodbye.
Hello, my name is Mr. Tomasco.
What do you teach?
I teach learning strategies as a discovery class, and I also teach ELA.
Favorite grade level you teach?
This year I only teach 8th grade, but my favorite grade level that I've ever taught has been 6th grade.
How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for 14 years, as long as some of you have been alive.
What do you enjoy the most about teaching?
I would say that I enjoy the relationships that I can build with my students and with my colleagues, and also the funny things that students do.
What college did you go to?
I went to Marist College in Poughkeepsie, New York.
What discovery teacher did you best get along with?
I plead the 5th on that one. I like them all.
And where did you go?
I grew up in Bridgeport, Connecticut, USA.
The teacher for a day, who would it be?
I'd switch with Mr. Hammer. That way I can do the morning announcements and get everybody cranked up at 8:15 every morning.
What sport did you play when you were young?
I ran track when I was in high school. I was a runner, I was a track star, if you can believe it. Now I'm old.
Who was your biggest supporter in your life?
The biggest supporters, my mother and some of the teachers who I had in high school. They're what got me into teaching today and have, they saw something in me then, and I'm giving back now because of them.